Before starting this video, make sure please subscribe, like, and share this video to reach out most authentic Stoic content. Need support? Thanks, Hook. Most men still believe effort wins a woman's heart. They think more attention, more affection, and more effort means more love. But what they never realize is sometimes the more you give, the less she feels. There's a law few men understand. Effort doesn't create attraction. Energy does. See, a woman doesn't fall for a man who proves he wants her. She falls for the man whose presence she feels, even in silence. The man whose absence makes her nervous. This isn't about games. It's about emotional polarity, the unspoken tension between masculine stillness and feminine curiosity. Today, you'll understand why silence draws her closer, why unpredictability keeps her hooked, and why trying too hard slowly erases your value in her eyes. Let's begin. 1. Effort doesn't turn her on. Presence does. You can send her flowers, write long messages, call her every night, and still feel her drifting away. Why? Because effort comes from a place of need. Presence, on the other hand, comes from power. When you chase, you communicate lack. That she's above you, that her response defines your worth. But when you move with calm self-belief, you communicate something far rarer, that your world doesn't revolve around her. Women don't crave men who orbit them. They crave the gravity of a man who stands still. Presence is silent dominance. It's how you look at her when she expects you to look away. It's how you say less, but mean more. It's how you let the space between messages breathe because you're not afraid of her silence. The truth she feels more from a single pause in your text than a paragraph that screams for validation. When your energy says, "I'm centered," I don't chase. Her instinct whispers, "I can't lose him." That's attraction, not effort, but emotional gravity. 2. The trap of constant availability. Every time she calls, you answer. Every time she texts, you reply in seconds. Every time she cancels, you say, "It's okay." You think this shows care to her, it shows predictability. See, familiarity kills the spark. When she always knows what you'll do next, there's no emotional risk, no excitement, no tension, and attraction. True attraction is built on emotional risk. A man who's always available becomes like background noise, comforting but forgettable. The mystery fades, and once the mystery dies, her curiosity dies with it. Don't confuse kindness with surrender. It's okay to care, but not at the cost of your self-respect. A high V-value man's time is sacred. He gives it with intention, not desperation. When you step back, when you prioritize yourself, she feels the loss of your attention, and that loss triggers desire. Remember, absence isn't punishment. It's a mirror. It makes her see your value again. 3. Stop trying to convince her. Let her feel you. One of the biggest mistakes men make is trying to explain their worth. They talk about what they do, what they've done, how loyal they are, but attraction isn't logical. It's emotional. You can't talk her into desire. You can only make her feel it. And that feeling doesn't come from over-explaining. It comes from energy. How you move, how you look at her, how little you react. Every time you try to justify yourself, you give away the frame. You tell her you have the power to decide if I'm enough. A man who knows his value doesn't defend it. He embodies it. He doesn't say, "I'm different." He shows it through stillness, boundaries, and confidence. When she tests you, you don't argue, you smile. Because you know testing isn't rejection. It's curiosity. She wants to see if your calm is real. And when your calm remains unshaken, that's when attraction deepens, not through words. Predictability is the death of desire. A woman's mind thrives on anticipation. Not knowing what comes next keeps her imagination alive. The moment she can predict every message, every plan, every reaction, the spark starts fading. That's why men who always do the right thing often lose interest fastest. They become safe but not stimulating. You don't have to play games. You simply have to be unreadable. That doesn't mean distant or cold. It means you're not performing for approval. You might call today, but not tomorrow. You might say yes this week and no the next. You don't explain why, because your life doesn't revolve around explanation. Unpredictability doesn't mean chaos. It means freedom. And freedom is intoxicating. When she can't predict you, her emotions stay active. She keeps thinking about you even when you're gone. That's not manipulation. That's human psychology. Desire lives in uncertainty. If she knows you completely, she stops imagining you. And imagination is the fuel of attraction. 5. Stop being the nice guy. Be the real man. The nice guy is polite, helpful, agreeable, and emotionally invisible. He confuses being liked with being liked. Air to keep burning. Give her that space and she'll chase the warmth again. 9. The fear of loss, the core of female desire. Here's something women will never say out loud. A woman can only love a man she fears losing. Not fear in the negative sense, but emotional respect. The awareness that your life, your mission, your self-worth don't depend on her. That's what triggers her admiration. That's what builds the kind of attraction she can't explain. Because deep down, she wants to feel like she's earning you, not that she already owns you. When you're too available, too predictable, too eager, you remove the sense of risk. And without risk, love becomes boredom. But when you carry yourself like a man who could walk away at any time, not out of spite, but out of self-respect, you activate her chase. The moment she realizes she can't fully figure you out, the emotional chase begins. And that's when she invests her time, her thoughts, her emotions. So never let her feel you're permanently secured. Love her deeply, but never lose the willingness to walk away, because nothing is more attractive than a man whose love is pure, but whose self-respect is unshakable. 10. Become the storm, the final transformation. Every man faces a moment. The moment he realizes chasing never brought him peace. You've done it before, haven't you? You gave effort, you gave attention, you gave your heart thinking it would bring you closer, but it only made her colder. That's because you were trying to win what was never meant to be chased. Powerful men don't pursue, they attract. Not by pretending not to care, but by mastering themselves so deeply that their very existence becomes magnetic. A woman doesn't fall for your perfection. She falls for your presence, for your ability to lead without forcing, to love without losing yourself, and to stay calm when she tries to stir the storm. Because when she realizes she can't emotionally control you, she finally feels safe to surrender. That's the paradox of attraction. The less you try to control, the more power you gain. So stop fighting for her attention. Start building your gravity. Walk like you have purpose. Speak like your words carry weight. And love like a man who knows he can survive without it. That's not arrogance. That's emotional sovereignty. And once you master that, you'll never chase again. You'll simply choose who's worthy to stand beside you. Cinematic closing narration. Attraction isn't about effort. It's not about how much you give, how much you text, or how often you show up. It's about energy, your silence, your boundaries, your ability to stay calm when others lose control. Every woman feels drawn to the man who doesn't need her validation, because that man is free. And freedom, brother, is the rarest form of power in the modern world. So, when she pulls away, let her. When she tests you, smile. When she doubts you, stay grounded, because you don't need to prove anything. Your presence already says everything. You are the calm. She can't forget the mystery. She keeps returning to the man who doesn't chase, because he is the storm. Outro for YouTube voiceover. If this message hit deep, subscribe for more content like this. Because real masculinity isn't loud, it's silent strength, self-respect, and emotional mastery. Remember, you don't lose attraction when you pull back. You create it. Stay silent, stay grounded,